We will start by the first step, which is imagine, with Francois and his team to tell us what's new in the 2023x. Francois?
Yes, thank you. Hello again. So, together with the team, Aude, Edouard, and Franck, we are pretty excited and proud of this new release. It is a very rich release for us, particularly on the creative design discipline side, where we will introduce the VR capabilities directly within the ideation phase of the project, where we will also introduce a new role, and also on the human experience side, which is very strategic also for us in terms of value provided to our users. Creative design experience is a key application for us. It will really serve the ideation process of our users to spark their creativity, to help them to explore their ideas through an easy, direct way, mixing sketching, sculpting, and science-based approach. This application is really positioned at the ideation and concept phase of the industrial design workflow as described by Xavier a few minutes ago. It relies on three important pillars for us. The first one, which is to provide to designer an integrated sketching and sculpting capability without breaking the workflow, with an innovative user experience. This has been introduced earlier on the 23x FDO2. Now we are pretty excited to announce the availability within the R2023x release of two other pillars. The first one being the immersive design capabilities to be more natural in the way to explore the project, and the science-based approach, mixing design exploration and science-based approach. Let's focus on the pure virtual reality immersive 3D design exploration with the capability offered now directly from the desktop to the immersive world. It brings a value for designers to be directly immersed in the VR world. Okay, so to be able to express with gesture-based approach is idea, exploring sketches, but also going all along the concept phase with subdivision surfaces. And also, obviously, at any time, to go back to the desktop, to keep working on a more specific part of the workflow, and back to the immersive world. Let's see that in action. With a really important use case for us, which is related to transportation and mobility domain, where Aude, our designer, is willing to explore the shape of a new vehicle, starting from the desktop, wearing her favorite head-mounted display, directly accessing to the 3D environment that has been set up earlier on the desktop, retrieving the ID exploration design, and directly starting to sketch the styling lines of the car freely in the 3D, directly using the hand for that. Going fast because it's a natural gesture. No need to go through a 2D interface. You are directly in 3D, so you directly express what you have in mind. And quickly, she can go to some specific information to match with the initial design of the project, exploring the right dimensions of it, having at any time the capability to move around for sure, to appreciate the first ideation from various points of view. But it goes much further with the ability, obviously, to control the curves, to have a more precise ID of the project, to start to fine-tune that very quickly. The important value of this approach is to mixing the sketching with the subdivision surface creation in a very natural way, using both ends and both controllers to start to create some surfaces, matching the initial IDs of the curves, okay? and going very fast into a 3D reality of the volume of the car. Obviously, once you have created your initial surface, you want to fine-tune it. You need to transform it, to add some weight on the edges, to go more precisely on some aspect of the control points, so to fine-tune the character lines from the VR, okay? So really go quick and precisely into the styling exploration of your design. Obviously, this is an experience that you need to try out, okay? It's really direct, really efficient, accessing to extrude capabilities, so to complexify somehow your model, but in a very easy and natural way. Going further on the other parts of the concept, so creating new surfaces, locking those surfaces to the control points, fine-tuning all the design, converging on the more consistent conceptual shape of your work, keeping fine-tuning the design to have a more precise design according to the idea.
Yeah, you can sculpt your shape using control point, edges,
purely sculpting
faces.
approach.
So it's like the flexibility that you have with the subdivision surfaces. You can create the shape, but also sculpt it in a very flexible way to explore the shape, but also the reflections.
And without breaking the ideation workflow. This is really key and important for designers.
So can you imagine in the past to do this kind of first early ideation concept shapes with the traditional software? It could take days. Huh? Here in few seconds with non-expert people, creative guy, they can express their idea in an easy way.
At any time, you can go back to the desktop and go into more precise, specific type of functionalities to update your subdivisions, working on the edges, fine-tuning obviously the overall shape and character lines with a more precise capability, maturing your project all along the exploration.
Yeah, the beauty of it is that you're still in CATIA, in fact.
You are always in CATIA,
so
no break in the workflow. So overall, this new approach provides a very dedicated, immersive user experience to the user, a natural one, with a functional scope which is already quite important in terms of sketching, exploration, but also in terms of sculpting, modeling of your subdivision surfaces. Now let's go to another level of the creative design experience application, which relates to the more on-desktop capabilities with new enhancements that we provide on the UX side and 3D sketching. And for that, I will give the end to Franck.
Thank you, Francois. Hello, everyone. Let's go.
Sorry.
Thank you, Xavier. Some announcement about the user experience in the context of the 3D sketching. The first one, with a new accelerator in the context of your sketch. Now you can change the size, you can control the size of your brush and the opacity